There is a nice piece of music coming up. It's on Friday week, the Sofa Sessions at Billy Byrnes. This is Ian Shaw and the Phil Ware Trio. They've been here before and they're coming back again, and they're doing a short Irish tour, but they are going to be in Billy Byrnes. Let's have a little listen first. This is from the Abbey Road Sessions. This is Joni Mitchell's song. Emer doesn't know this, but we managed to sneak it in. It's called Be Cool.
There's one rule to this game. Everybody's gonna name it. Be cool. If you're worried or uncertain, if your feelings are hurting, you're a fool if you can't keep it cool. Charm 'em, don't alarm 'em, keep things light. Keep your worries out of sight. And play it cool, play it cool. 50-50 fire and ice. If your heart is on the floor, cause you just seen your lover coming through the door with a new fool, be cool. Don't you sweat it, start right in now. Try to forget it, be cool. Don't get riled, smile, keep it light. Be your own best friend tonight. Play it cool, play it cool. 50-50 fire and ice. Fire and ice. Don't get jealous, don't get overzealous. Keep your cool. Don't whine, kiss off that flaky Valentine. You're nobody's fool, nobody's fool. Heart is on the floor, cause you just seen your lover coming through the door with a new fool. Be cool. Don't you sweat it, start right in right now. Try to forget it, be cool. Don't get riled, smile, keep it light. Be your own best friend tonight. Play it cool, play it cool. 50-50 fire and ice. Don't get jealous, don't get overzealous. Keep your cool. Don't whine, kiss off that flaky Valentine. You're nobody's fool.
Yes, a lot of people I think are going to turn up at the Sofa Sessions in Billy Byrnes on Friday week to hear that. And when you look at any reviews of Ian Shaw, you just find the same thing over and over again, because as a vocalist he just gets rave reviews. And he's on the phone. Good morning, Ian. How are you?
Hello, how are you?
I'm very, very good. Now, you and the Phil Ware, I mean, was it years ago in Galway you actually met and started playing together over here?
Yeah, Phil, I've known of his name for a few years, and when he invited me over to play, I got very excited. And we've every time I come to Ireland, he's always the first call for me. And also, he's playing with me over here in London as well. In at the end of January, we just have fun, and he's just he's a fan of singers, which helps.
Well,
he's a great man.
I just love the sound of that, and I'd be someone who, I mean, it's jazz would be a little bit off my beaten track, and I found myself just listening to that with just pure enjoyment.
Well, how kind. Yeah, jazz is a very broad church. It can cover all sorts of, we can say anything. On my new album, I sing David Bowie, Jacques Brel. So people get scared by the word jazz. I think it still has that connotation. Either the itchy sweater brigade or the kind of too cool for school brigade.
Yeah, and as well as that, I mean, I've heard other tracks that you've done. You've done Michael Jackson's, and then through to Cole Porter, which would be more what you'd expect. The album, Ian, is called The Abbey Road Sessions, and on the album there is something on the cover which a Beatles fan like me would think is a pedestrian crossing.
Oh, it is. It is. I designed it.
Oh, good.
With a great designer called Sue Richardson. And I just thought we wanted to get the Bleacher Beacon, which looks like the moon, and
yes,
also the iconic road crossing, which and we did a little promo film, and we're all to be seen. Our multi-generational band, because I put together a band from Miguel Garrotti, trumpet player, who was 19 at the time, all the way up to legendary Peter Ind, who played with Lenny Tristano and Charlie Parker, Billie Holiday, and he was in his 80s at that point, and he's still alive and still playing. And of course, Phil Ware, kind of at the bottom end of that generation. I think he'll thank me for saying that.
Yeah, I'm sure he will be delighted to hear you say that. You couldn't not go and walk across that pedestrian crossing. What was it like being in it's Abbey Road? I've never been there. I've never been at the pedestrian crossing. When you go into those studios, is it steeped with history, or is it just another studio?
Well, it's just, I've done a lot of sessions there over the years on other people's projects, but when you're actually in there and you think, oh, this is my baby, mustn't throw it out to the bathwater, then there's a sort of diligence that sort of falls upon you. But it's, it is iconic, and Kate Bush recorded that. A lot of other people, apart from the Beatles, and but after a while, you've got the job in hand, and you've got to do some work, and it becomes just another really great studio, of which sadly there are fewer and fewer in London. With they're closing them down as people get more sort of bedroomy. Although live music's back again, so hopefully some of the live rooms are going to open up again.
Well, Ian, you and the Phil Ware Trio, and you singing, you're over here for a couple of days because you're in Belfast, and then you go to Limerick, and then you go to Cork. But on Friday week, the 20th, you're in Billy Byrnes here in that lovely, lovely location. Now, that's a great sound there. I mean, and you'll have the three of you and no doubt a whopping good piano. Yeah,
I've heard a lot about this club. One of my favourite singers, she's a troubadour from your good Green and Pleasant land, Mary Coughlin, has played there. I actually heard a broadcast from there, and I just thought it just sounded like my kind of room, really.
Yeah.
So I'm very, very much looking forward to it.
You will enjoy it, Ian. People will be in for a treat, because to hear you singing is one of the pleasures in life, and it's Friday week. I'm going to say goodbye to you, and I'm going to play a little bit of your Michael Jackson just to see if we. Let's see if I had lined up. I do have it lined up. Here we go, a little bit, and this is Ian Shaw.
Looking out across the nighttime, the city winks a sleepless eye. Hear her voice shake my window, sweet seducing sight. Get me out into the nighttime, 4 walls won't hold me tonight. If this town is just an apple, then let me take a bite. If they say why, tell them that it's human nature. Why does he do me that way? Oh, why? Tell them that it's human nature. Why? I like living that way.
And that is the beautiful voice of Ian Shaw with the Phil Ware Trio. And as part of their Irish tour, they are Friday week in Billy Byrnes. And I think a lot of people are going to go and enjoy that, because that is quality music at its highest. That guy is a huge name in England.